Well, hi, this is Drake Oakey, Athletic Director at Memphis Community Schools with another STEAM report. We're very excited. We have some very prominent guests here today. We have not only one, but two alumnus of Memphis, and we also have their daughter, Zoe Bergen, who's here, who's soon to be a Memphis alumnus of class of 2021. 2021. I asked the Bergens to be here today. We've got a really special show. It's one of the things that you get to do in athletics very few times. When you have an average of about 120 students a season, almost 400 a year, to have an opportunity to have one of your student athletes go on to play college sports. And what goes into that is not only the athletic part of it, but also the academic part of it. And we have a student athlete today that we're very proud of because she's going to have the opportunity to go on to play college sports. It's not a sport that Memphis, unfortunately, does offer, but yet her family's very involved with it, and she was able to do that away from school, plus play school sports, as well as achieve high accolades with her academics. So we're very proud of her, not only as a Memphis athlete, but as a Memphis student. So I'd like to welcome you, Zoe, to come into our STEAM report.
Thank you.
And your mom?
Hi.
Danielle Bergen, right?
Thank you, yep.
And Dave, you're not shy.
No, absolutely not.
No. And Dave Bergen. I won't ask you the questions of when you were alumnus, just that you were alumnus of Memphis.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
very proud.
the Bergens are a very prominent family. They've been so supportive of our school district, our athletic program, the fundraising programs that we do here. So, we're very proud to be able to share this moment with you, Zoe, and with your family. So, just a few questions, Zoe. I mean, this is a proud day for you. You get to sign to, go play college hockey at Aquinas. And, I'd like to take you back, if we can, a little bit. When did you start playing sports?
Sports for the longest time, I've played since I was as young as I can remember. My dad actually tried to get me into hockey when I was much younger. I started playing when I was 10 because both my brothers played and he coached. For the longest time I put it off, did gymnastics, dance, soccer, softball, and then eventually I just said I wanted to play hockey. But I carried through playing softball and played softball for Memphis, and along with tried volleyball and everything. But I've played for 8 years and for various different teams.
When does that season go?
It starts in around August and ends around March.
Oh, wow. So you're playing Memphis sports while you're doing that and
Yes.
studying. Wow, okay. And of course, your chores at home, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Dave, I know your background in hockey, if you want to share a little bit about that, and,
Well, I never played the game of hockey till I was 27 years old, growing up out here in Memphis. I think one time as a youth I put ice skates on, and they were double-bladed skates. And but I got involved in hockey through work, through some guys, and then I got involved with the Detroit Red Wing Alumni Association, and now I'm the director of memorabilia with them. Been with them for over 14 years. It's a lot of fun. We get to meet a lot of people, and that's kind of how our family, coming from Memphis, how we got involved in hockey. Really just following the Red Wings and getting to meet all them players and going through the Stanley Cup championships, and we've met so many nice people throughout the state, northern Michigan, Ohio, that we've got involved in, and just fell in love with the game of hockey. Wanted to teach my kids. Ryan and Owen, I coached them all the way through till they aged out. Owen played juniors. Had an opportunity to go play college hockey before his shoulder injury, which kind of took him out. But and now we got Zoe, and we couldn't be prouder. And we're really looking forward to this opportunity she has. She's got a lot of hard work ahead of her. She's got a fantastic coach who played with. She's an Olympic gold medalist. And played for Team USA for 10 years, was a coach at Princeton University, played for Princeton, so she's got a great opportunity. Educational-wise, the campus is just absolutely beautiful, and she's going to learn a lot hockey-wise, and obviously for whatever she chooses to go to school for. So yeah, it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, I know by your excitement. And
yeah.
I know Mrs. Bergen, you've been waiting to throw some input. I know I've had an opportunity to talk to you about it. So how excited were you when you were able to go and get this opportunity for your daughter?
Extremely excited. She's worked hard. And to watch it first time on skates, she said she wanted to play in Dave Center with me to the rink. And she had a difficult time, and I was just like, what did you get us into, you know?
I think I left crying.
Yeah, and I was, up until now, you know, going to the college and her signing, meeting her coach, her future coach, and it takes a lot of hard work, you know. She enjoyed playing sports here, but she wanted to continue on with hockey, you know, so it was great. It was very proud. I'm very, very proud of her.
Well, you know, one thing I hope, you know, as parents, I was fortunate to have kids go out and play college sports, and I know it's hard to say goodbye, but when you know they're going to go somewhere that they're going to be able to not only be taken care of at the school, but coaches that will be watching over them and have extra rules and stuff like that. So, you know, I just think it's a great opportunity for you, and I'm so happy for your family, very deserving family.
Thank you.
If I can ask you a few questions, Zoe, like, you know, you've been playing hockey for 8 years, and you were playing Memphis sports. Again, repeat the sports you said you were playing?
I've done softball, volleyball, and track this year.
Do you think any of those coaches or sports helped you with, you know, getting yourself prepared to get an opportunity to play college hockey?
Being a multi-sport athlete, definitely you have to teach yourself discipline and time management very well, or else everything, you just lose it all. Because you have to put athletics, or you have to put academics first, or else you can't do athletics. And without academics, you're not going to go anywhere, no matter how highly skilled you are. I think having as many different coaches as possible teaches you many different outlooks on life, because everyone looks at the way you play sports, or they teach all a different way. So it's very informational to be able to have all of that experience and see that many different viewpoints.
Are you afraid?
A little bit, but only a healthy fear.
Well, that's well put.
That'll push
Are you more
me
afraid
farther.
about playing hockey or more about school or both?
I've met a lot of the girls on my team, and anybody that I've spoke to has said that everyone on the team is super nice. So I don't think I'm afraid of playing hockey. It's more of just, it's a very big change.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I am going to a smaller college. It's not a huge university, but it's still a lot bigger than Memphis. So.
Yeah. Well, it's like a big little university.
Yeah.
And I've had some experience up there, so I think it's a beautiful campus. And
Mm-hmm.
I know a little tidbit about it. It has every tree that's in Michigan is on that campus.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a beautiful campus, and I know for parents, it's knowing that it's a safe venue for it. Now, I asked you when I said you were afraid, I was kind of curious what you were going to say with that. I guess a lot of it that eliminates fear is, you know, being prepared, right?
Mm-hmm.
And structure and stuff like that. Can you tell us some of the things, the qualities that, you know, your parents have given you, as well as maybe hopefully you learned here at Memphis to prepare you for that?
So, one thing that my parents have always taught me is that you have to work hard for what you want. And at the time, the most jobs I've had at one time is I've held down 3 jobs while working 2 sports. So if that teaches you anything about time management and earning things for yourself, then that's the position I was put in. But carrying that over to college, I might not be working as much, but I'm definitely going to be more busy with hockey and classes.
Yep.
So I think that's taught me a lot, along with different coaches just saying, they just teach you different aspects on life and how to take information in, because some people get told one thing or corrected and they get very hurt about it because they don't know how to take constructive criticism. Having to hear that from multiple different coaches builds you up a lot as a person and makes you stronger. So I think that's what's prepared me most for college, because not everybody is going to like you, but you got to be you. You got to be the best version of you that you can be.
That's a great philosophy, and I mean, in fact, I know that it, you know, serve you well in you know, college. And then what are some of the things? I mean, I don't want to get too far ahead of here, but
Oh, yeah, okay.
like, what is your plan? You think after school? Are you going there to prepare yourself, you know, for your future afterwards? Is it just to play hockey? You know, what are your plans to go into Aquinas?
So I'm majoring in health sciences. I was going to go into the nursing program, but different things came up and I figured out what was best for me. I'm looking into going to PA school after going into an accelerated nursing program at Detroit Mercy after I graduate with my bachelor's. But whatever road that I take, I know that my degree will be there to back me up. If I would have gone straight into nursing, then I could only go into nursing. But with a broader degree, it'll help me keep my options open as for the next 4 years if my thought process changes. So.
Well, that's a great plan. That's a
Yeah.
great plan. We talked, one thing I was really impressed, I mean, you had a couple of your coaches here earlier to take pictures of you. So, it's great that you had that rapport for two coaches you haven't played for in a couple of years either, and so that's going to serve you well. I guess, what are some of your greatest highlights athletically here at Memphis?
Well, talking to Coach Logan kind of brought up my favorite thing that I've ever done was sliding home and winning a game off of a foul ball, or not a foul ball, I'm sorry, off of a missed ball from the catcher. That was always my initiative, was to be the hungriest person out there to play and always going for a ball or doing whatever I could to help my team and to just be active and be that kind of person. I've played volleyball. I played in 8th grade, 9th grade, and 10th grade. And then I played softball since I was younger. I played t-ball all the way up. And then I was going to play my junior year, but then Corona. And then this year I did track. So that has just been a whirlwind of learning something new and trying something for the first time. But I definitely think that it is a great experience, and that I'm very happy to do that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. Parents, I mean, it's a big decision to send, your child to a university away from home. It isn't, they're not going to Baker or St. Clair, community college, which are all great schools, but they're coming home at night. Are you nervous at all as far as, I guess my best question I'm trying to ask is, do you feel that she's prepared to go away and not only achieve success academically, but achieve success at whatever level at playing hockey?
I feel she's ready. I think that I look at it as an adventure. It's only 2 hours and 15 minutes away from home, number one. Number two, Grandma and Grandpa are an hour and 15 minutes away. So
get your free meals that way.
Yeah,
that's her
we went
plan.
out to visit them, and that's exactly what I said to her.
We have several Memphis alumni who live right out there as well, so
Yeah.
we
That's
can
good.
have them check on her.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit apprehensive, but I think she'll do fine. I think she'll do just fine. As far as the academics go there, they really, especially for the freshman athletes, they stay on top of that. They have certain hours that they have to spend at, they call them round tables. So I know that they're keeping an extra eye on her, especially the first year, to make sure she can handle everything. So I think she'll do okay.
Dave, I got to ask you, it's Daddy's little girl, and I know how proud both of you are of her. I guess what, if you can share what's been your proudest moment of her through this whole.
You know what? She's worked very hard over the years. She started later than most kids into hockey. She's worked hard. Probably one of the biggest things is when she gets out on the ice, whether it's practice or a game, she goes 100 miles an hour. And that's one of the biggest things coaches liked about her, is her aggressiveness, her style of play. May not be always the prettiest, and she may not always score a lot of goals, but she does what she has to help all of her teammates, and she's a complete team player. And I think you can ask any of her coaches that she's played for here at Memphis as well, she's all about the team, and she's not a selfish player. And to me, that's a huge thing. To do that, she gets a lot of that from her mom. She's I give her all the credit, but that's the big thing with Zoe. She's not a selfish player. She plays aggressive. She'll give 110% every minute, but it's all about the team, and that's just the way it's always been. It's the way I was raised. That's the way we raised her, and it's been pretty nice. So yeah.
Well, the way you're describing her, and of course, we've talked to coaches and teammates and stuff like that, and the way Zoe's talking now, it seems like she knows her role and she knows her place, and that's very important. Not like your dad said, not everyone's going to score goals, but there's so many other factors that take place in a team, and so that's a great virtue to have. There's no doubt about that. So I know there's more I'd like to talk to you about, but I know you're probably excited. So I don't know if Mom and Dad want to sit there and get behind you or whatever, but I think this is the time. If you're wanting to, just go ahead and sign your letter of intent to play hockey at Aquinas. Woo!
Hold up to the camera.
Congratulations.
Up again.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
I don't know
you.
about you, but I got chills there. I was like, I wish I could do that again. You know? So congratulations. How exciting. I was like, oh, she doesn't misspell it.
That was one of the things my coach just said. She said, we always give out extra copies because girls always mess it up.
They mess it up. A friend of mine, very good friend of mine actually, grew up with him, and we had hoped that he was going to come here and coach. Anyway, his daughter graduated several years ago, and she was picked up. She was an alternate for the United States Olympic team, I think like 6-8 years ago. She's actually came here and taken some of her basketball teams through workouts and stretching and all that. You know, and I'll be honest with you, I have always downgraded hockey and wrestling. I said basketball has got to be the hardest sport because you're running. I'm the triple blade guy. I can't stand on skates. You know, so I cannot stand on skates. But I've gone to some hockey practice when I saw my friend's daughter a few years ago, and it's a lot of work. You know,
You can
it's
come
a
out
lot
and
of
watch
work.
one of my games, and then we'll see if you still stay.
I would love
quiet.
to. I would love to. I like Grand Rapids, so I would love to. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I guess and parents, congratulations. I know it's got to be a proud moment for you both, and I've almost forgot to bring a box of Kleenex, but I had one just in case. So. You know, Zoe, you've got right now, a lot of Memphis people are going to watch this, and a lot of younger kids, and of course your peers. But what would you say to a younger, let's say in case of girl right now that says, man, maybe I want to do a sport that's not at Memphis. What would you say to that girl, or even that boy, any student, about how to achieve your goal?
Playing traveling sports is a really big commitment, and it is hard work. But to make it anywhere in life, you have to work hard, and if you want to succeed at one thing, then you're going to have to work for it. But it's so worth it. I would not give up this experience or any of my sports-related experiences for the world. It's built me to be the person I am, and I hope that I can influence the younger generation to be that and to be the best person that you can be. Knowing your place on the team is kind of a hard thing to some people because they're like, oh, well, I'm not scoring goals, so I'm not the best person, or I can't be better. Yes, you can. You just have to work hard for it. And to be the person that's working hardest, your coach is going to notice that no matter what level you are.
Well, you can't coach that.
Yeah.
You know, you can't coach a heart of a person. You can't coach, how hard they work. You can try to make them work hard, but you can't, size and height and all that. But you can definitely, work with people that are going to give their all. And I want to say I'm proud that you've been a part of our athletic program here. I want to say I know how hard you have worked athletically, not just obviously with hockey, but with our sports here. And I know most importantly how hard you worked academically. So this is a huge achievement. I mean, you have 400 athletes here at Memphis, and I don't know how many are going to have that opportunity. And you times that, by our league and our school and our state and stuff like that. It's a very small amount of people get this opportunity. So I couldn't be happy for you. I'm proud for you. I'm proud for Memphis to be able to say, hey, we have, people that are leaving here athletically, that maybe with a sport we don't have. And so and I hope that one day we can have you come back in the near future and share your experiences with the rest of our student body and our athletic program in the years to come. So again, I'm so proud of you. I'm happy for you. Thank you.
I'd love the offer to come back someday and talk to
I
everybody.
know, I've got your number.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, congratulations and thank you. Mom, congratulations,
Thank you.
Dave. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you.
Yep, thank
Thank
you.
you so
so
much
much.
for everything.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I appreciate everyone coming here and being a part of this. So it's a great message to our community. Whether they're sports supporters or not, it's a great community event, I think, have one of our own go off and have this opportunity. So thank you. Thank you all, and congratulations. So,
Thank you so much.
we will be right back for the rest of the Sting Report. But again, congratulations to the Bergen family and Memphis. Be proud of one of your own. Thank you. We'll see you in a few minutes.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream, that I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly, just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the first segment. It's just a total success story there, not only from the accomplishment that Joey accomplished, but the family as a whole and how supportive they are of Memphis. So all the Memphis celebrates Zoe Bergen's signing today, so we're very happy for them. Now Memphis spring sports. Well, it's been a unique spring. Most times spring sports are very difficult with weather, and you're kind of going from the cold to the springtime and then the rain. And this year we've had to include obviously the COVID situation. And it's cost us and a lot of schools that we play, unfortunately, a lot of quarantine. So we do have a full schedule for all our sports, but unfortunately games are being canceled, and hopefully we can reschedule a lot of them. But I do have to compliment and celebrate the job that we've done here at Memphis with our coaches, our players, and our parents. Our coaches have still continued like winter sports did and fall sports. We're still doing the COVID testing every day. We're testing our athletes with the thermometer checks and the questionnaire that we have to ask. Parents have done a great job of keeping their athletes at home, their children at home if they have concerns medically. And then again, our athletes as well. Our athletes have done a fantastic job of separating themselves, social distancing, and during games, events, and practices. We have several things that are in place with our seating schedule on bus trips. We've done a COVID separation, social distancing chart for home games where they're sitting away from each other, so that if, God forbid, we have to quarantine an athlete, maybe we don't have to do the whole team. With that being said, it's been a tough spring. We've lost a lot of games, but we will continue to try to replace those games, reschedule them as much as we can. We've had some fantastic athletic achievements already. Our girls softball team, our varsity team, is off to a great start. Right now they're 12-2, and they are, I believe, in second place in the league with only one loss. And they're young, and they have girls that are some sophomores and juniors that, we have a young team that's going to be successful not only for this year, but the years to come. And Coach Adam Walsh has done a fantastic job. Adam was actually, unfortunately, quarantined as a coach a few weeks ago, and the JV coach, Logan Clare, and the assistant coach, Bill Tart, did a fantastic job of picking up the pieces, keeping this, not only the varsity, but the JV active through a tough 2 weeks. Anytime you lose your head coach, it's never easy. And my God, they did a fantastic job, and were a big reason why our girls team off to such a great start. Our girls JV softball team is undefeated. So, and that's the unfortunate thing, is we lose most of our games at the JV level because we move girls up to play varsity or boys up to play varsity to keep the varsity games going. Our girls soccer team, they are young, and they are coming out with some really good games. Unfortunately, they haven't made it to the winning side of it yet, but they've played some of the tougher teams in the league and have shown a lot of promise. They are starting their league next week, and we're expecting fantastic things from them. Again, they're young as well. So Coach Rohde will have them prepared. He's won so many championships, he'll have the team ready and prepared. But again, a lot of it is, losing athletes to COVID, and then, occasionally you do get that other injury that I know one of their best players unfortunately hurt their knee. So we've had some the injury bug here at Memphis, and of course the COVID situation, not only with us, but the other teams. Varsity boys baseball and JV baseball have been unfortunately really hit hard. We lost some of our coaches to COVID as well for a few weeks there. And again, our under first-year coach Josh Bopsing, very disappointing for him. He couldn't get on that field soon enough, and then when he was able to come back, it snowed. So Josh has had a tough time as his first-year coach, but man, Josh Bopsing has done a fantastic job. He has the team prepared. He's got them all ready to compete for a championship, just like girls softball. And hopefully they can right the ship from this whole COVID situation and get some games underneath their belts. And I think you'll see some fantastic things from them out in the field. Our track and field boys and girls under Coach Loie Sanborn. No surprise, has had some great achievements. As you heard, Zoe Bergen is on as a shot put on the team, and they've competed yesterday in Marlette, and we have some kids that are doing a fantastic job there as well and are competing, and we're expecting great things from them in the near future. So the one thing we don't want to leave behind either is all the fall sports and winter sports that are now off season. We've actually had the weight room closed because of COVID. We're looking to finally be able to open it up to some off-season workouts. And I can tell you that the fall sport teams as well as the winter sport teams are already starting to look at next year, planning for the summer. And we're going to just keep moving along positively. The toughest thing and the scariest thing throughout this whole process is, when we had to close down and we were doing school virtually, is grades. And how do you keep a program going if you're not in front of your student athletes, like the rest of the students teaching? I got a huge compliment to our administration and to our teachers and again to our families and our athletes, because our eligibility is moving along great. Kids are working hard in the classroom even though they were doing it virtually, and now that they're back in school, it's really worked out well. And it's been a tough adjustment. There hasn't been a routine now for almost a year. So the fact that these kids are doing such a great job in the classroom is a great credit to them, to their coaches, and of course to the parents. So in that regard, we're going to continue to keep moving forward. Summer programs will start coming out, what our expectations are from our coaches, our teams, and our players. To finish off with the winter season, we did have some great accolades. Our girls basketball team made it to the district championship. They unfortunately could not play that game, but they are young and we expect them to be there in the years come. Coach Mark Carlson's done a great job. Our lone senior girls basketball player is also our valedictorian, Katie Cook, who's a three-sport athlete here, three-sport star. She was also the big reason why our girls basketball program did so well, that even when she was not able to compete, her presence was still there and her leadership. So, losing Katie will be a tough thing for the girls basketball program, but Coach Mark Carlson and the younger girls have some high expectations coming up next year. Boys basketball, very fortunate. We won our first basketball district since 1994. We expected some really good opportunities with the regionals. We felt comfortable that we might be able to bring home a regional championship, but unfortunately we were quarantined as well and could not go on to the regional. So it was a great way to end the winter season for the basketball programs, but kind of a disappointment as well because we weren't able to lose it on the basketball court. We unfortunately were shut down. Our wrestling program, we had two athletes to go on to the state championships, and one of them, Nathan Peters, is an all-stater. He finished 7th in the state. Out of all the kids, all the wrestlers, he finished in the top 7. And he suffered a loss, and it's a double elimination, and he fought and battled and moved all the way up into the state championship, and like I said, finished 7th. So he's Nathan's only a junior, so we have high expectations for him, and big congratulations to him as well. And then we had Troy Tromley, who, man, the poor kid was up and down, and with the COVID situation, yet he was able to achieve making it into the state tournament as well. So Coach Mark Pringle, who's been here for over 30 years, 28 district championships, Hall of Fame career, has retired and has stepped down. We will do our best to replace him with a quality coach that will have the kids' best interests at heart, like Coach Pringle has done for so many years. And make no mistake about it, Coach Pringle will be sorely missed here at Memphis. Our bowling program, we had 2 of our girl bowlers that moved on to the state tournament, Kate Bourne and Tara Peters. And just like in wrestling, we had one of our bowlers, Tara Peters, make it to the top 11 of the state out of all the state bowlers, and 360 on that last weekend. And Tara did a fantastic job at bowling in the high 500s and finishing at a 7th ranking. I'm sorry, 11th ranking. So great job there. And Kate Bourne, same thing, made to the state tournament. And those are 2 seniors that are going to be sorely missed. like Coach Pringle, we're losing a bowling coach, and Michelle Lentz. Michelle has been here. Michelle honestly was looking to retire. It's time for her to enjoy retirement, and by God, she refused to do it through the COVID time. She worked so hard at getting the kids there. She probably had, if not the toughest, definitely one of the toughest jobs as a coach, dealing with bowling alleys and were they going to be open and scheduling and getting kids there and the COVID situation. And, you know, without Michelle Lentz, I'm concerned where our bowling program is going to go. But we do have, you know, we'll do our best to make sure that we have somebody like Coach Michelle Lentz continue the program. So big thank you to Michelle and Esmeralda Peters that have been coaches there for the last few years. And we also, of course, to Mark Pringle. So those are two coaches that will be sorely missed. Our competitive cheer team, 2-year defending league champion. The whole competitive cheer season for all the schools was in total disarray. Districts that normally have 10, 12, 15 teams had 2, 3 teams. And it was just an unfortunate thing. They were really hit hard. And so I know Coach Clark had some fantastic girls coming up from junior high that Coach Leah was able to coach and do a great job, and they won their 2 tournaments. So competitive cheer, we expect to be back as defending champions of the league, and some great things from her and her program. So the winter sports season, we did have some great accolades. We have some student athletes that were ranked on their teams and in the league, and we'll actually bring out all those nominations at our next team report because they're still coming in, so I don't want to miss somebody. So we do have just a couple announcements. Our athletic boosters, you know, they meet once a month. We need people. We need help. The biggest thing that's hurt us is the concession stands, not having enough people to fill. You know, sometimes we have 2, 3 events going on here at the same time. So anyone interested in being an athletic booster, they meet once a month. They're doing some of the greatest things I've seen kind of ever come from boosters in supporting all our athletic teams. And it does take work, but you know, you're supporting your school, you're supporting your student athlete, you're supporting the teams, and you're supporting the school that's in your community. So if you have any interest at all of being a part of the Memphis Boosters, you know, please feel free to reach out to me. I will be able to direct you to any one of the different directors of the boosters, from the president, Chris Wall, to Kim Nim, to Sharice Bergen, who has done a fantastic job with helping, and all the ladies that are a part of it. So if I go on and mention it, it'll take too long. But you know, we have a lot of great parents that really do a great thing for our student athletes here, but they need help. And so if you have any interest at all, part-time or full-time or any time, please reach out to me, and we'll get you directed in the right direction. So, okay, and again, I'm Drake Oakey, Athletic Director here at Memphis. I thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and go Jackets.